Good morning, and thank you for joining me today for our Q&E summer series on Q&E quick and easy summer sides. So thank you for joining me today. We're going to do the Charro beans today, but we're going to see if we can get some more people to come on for a few minutes, and then I'm going to, so I can go through the ingredients that we're going to use and stuff. Okay, remember everything is easy stuff. So we're going to use canned beans for today. A lot of people don't use canned beans. If you want to boil your beans or quieres servir de frijoles, that's fine. You can do that. When I'm at home, if it's something quick and easy that I want, I'll use canned latas. And if I want to, if it's a lot of us or I'm going to make some for the week or whatever, then I'll boil my beans, hiervo mis frijoles, or you can put them in the crock pot. The crock pot works great. It just takes a little bit longer, but, it's just as good. So today is charro beans, and we're going to use, of course, canned beans, cebolla, onion, chilies, jalapenos, that's going to be optional, tomato, tomate, cilantro, I have chorizo, and this is just the 99-cent chorizo from the HEB. They have beef and pork, and this one doesn't say anything, so it might be a combination of both, I'm not sure. And some bacon. Of course, if I'm boiling my beans at home or estoy viendo los frijoles, I'm going to add a piece of onion and some garlic, a little head of garlic in there to give it some flavor. But since we're just doing a quick one, you can always add garlic powder if you want. If not, it's not necessary. I don't think it's necessary because the chorizo and the bacon have a lot of flavor, and we'll add a lot of flavor to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this hot. So you might see me at an angle. I'm trying to get y'all to see the sartén part that we're going to use. So we're going to use a sartén. We're going to use the frying pan. I didn't bring a bowl, a bowl, or for the beans. So we're going to just use a pan. So we're going to use the beans at last. We're going to go ahead and start off with our bacon and chorizo. So, and since we're only doing two cans of beans, we're only going to use a little bit. Of course, Miss Melinda does not measure stuff out, so I kind of just wing it. So I'm going to put a little piece of chorizo, and of course you can't go wrong with bacon, so everybody likes bacon. So your bacon, you're going to cut it up in little pieces, little chunks. I used about three little slices of bacon. I think when I went to the store to buy all this, it was about $6, and that was because well, I didn't buy cilantro because I had some in tomate, but still, you wouldn't, for 2 cans of beans, for charro beans and the stuff you need, it's very inexpensive. It's one of the least expensive stuff, so it's always give them plenty of beans. It's a filler. So we're gonna go ahead and add our bacon. So we have our chorizo and our bacon. It's in the frying pan there. Thank y'all for joining me. If you're there, and I can't see that far to see who's on or anything, but thank you for coming back since we did our guacamole last week, and we had guacamole, I think, for a few days here, so that was good. Okay, I already see. I have a little cooking plate under here. Okay. So you just kind of cook that down. Get that hot. Okay. Of course, by this time, you probably already have stuff cut down and stuff at home. If not, it's not a problem. I'm going to use a little bit of onion because it's only a little bit of frijoles. Okay. And we're going to put all this together in the frying pan. Fry it and cook it down. And of course, once you put your beans in, you don't want to drain your water, so just leave the water. Just leave the water there, and that'll help cook everything down. Okay, we have tomate, we have chile. Some people will dice chile and put it in, or sometimes if I'm making a lot, I'll just throw the chiles in the beans in the water, and they'll cook down and be tender. And people just grab the chile from there instead of doing a whole, dicing down and being real hot. You'll still get a little chile flavor, but you won't get that spiciness, because not everybody does chile. So we'll do it like that. Right now I'm not going to add any. Well, I might add a little chile. Okay, there's a little bit of tomato. Remember, we're only doing 2 cans of beans. And of course, whatever you put in here is totally up to you and how much you want to put in there. If you like a lot of vegetables, then go ahead and add all the vegetables you need. But I'm going to work with 2 cans of beans. If I would be doing this at home, I would also add weenies, hot dog weenies. You can add hot dog weenies or ham, little pieces of ham, and it's really good. You can add that to the beans. Okay, so we got tomate, cebolla, and we're gonna add cilantro. Remember, all this will be cooked down. We'll see what we make next week, since we're kind of going Mexican. Last week we did the guacamole. This week the charro beans. I guess we might make some rice. Well, something's supposed to be quick and easy. It takes a little bit longer to cook the rice, but we'll see what we come up with for next week. Just watch the Facebook post to see what we get. Okay. You don't have to cut down the cilantro very much, because with the heat and stuff, it'll shrink down. So, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of chile. I got these chiles at HEB. They're huge. They're huge. These are great for the chile with sour cream and bacon. We call them ratones. I don't know what they call them. Just a chili pepper with a cream cheese and wrapped in bacon. They're a great size for those. They're huge. And I make those too, but I don't put them on the barbecue pit. If I want them, I'll do them in the frying pan. I'll wrap them and then I'll fry them up in my frying pan. And then I'll throw them in the crock pot to keep them warm. Okay, I'm going to put in a little bit of chile. Okay. I'm not adding salt or nothing, no spices to it. We're going to just use the spices from the chorizo and the bacon. So we're going to cook that down. See if you can see. I'll try to put the pan in front so that you can see how it's cooking down. So we'll give that a few minutes. Of course, again, all the ingredients is to your liking, and it depends on how much you're making. So if you're making like a pound or more, you can add more of the ingredients. I'm only going with 2 cans of the beans. I know this is a quick and easy summer side, so we're trying to spend less time in the kitchen. So this is what we're going to use. We're going to do the canned beans. Most of the time, if you don't tell nobody that you're using the canned beans, a lot of people don't. They won't know. And a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I can tell." Okay, so just don't say nothing. Just give them your beans and just put it out there. Don't have to tell nobody nothing. So this is our charro beans. Okay, we're gonna cook that down a little bit more, and then we're gonna add our beans. So we use chorizo mexicano, sausage, pork sausage or beef sausage. They have it at HEB. Cilantro, tomato, tomate, chile. I use the jalapeno, onion, cebolla, I just used a little piece because it was just for 2 cans. And then we're going to do our canned beans. So that's 2. We're going to do 2 canned beans. And don't throw your water out on the beans. So that's what's going to make them spooky. So we're going to do 2 cans of beans. Remember to post anything you like. If there's something, a certain recipe you want for us to try to do, let us know, and I can try to get it or try to do it on here. Remember, it just has to be super easy. We don't want to spend too much either, so super easy stuff. This is stuff that we're going to add to, like our summer sides I consider for barbecue or making carne asada outside, something that you would add to it. So we can try. So, okay, we got that cooked down. Now we're going to add our beans. We're going to leave our water. Let me turn it up. Okay, we're going to add our water. Our beans, no, and we leave the water in. Oops. This took no time. This is a pretty quick recipe, and that's what we want. Okay. And then you're just going to mix everything together. Let that get warmed up. Of course, if, like I said, if you want to, I didn't add salt or the garlic or the comino. If you want to add seasonings, more seasonings, you could do that. We didn't do that on here, but if you like, you could add more spices to your liking. Okay. Now I just got the HEB. The HEB frijoles. Okay. We're just gonna let that, really everything's ready. All you have to do is let the beans heat through. And you got your frijoles charros. Again, you can add weenies or ham, even chorizo, pedacito de chorizo, little sausage. And if you want to add more chorizo like that, I only used a little bit of chorizo because it was only 2 cans of beans. So if you want to use the whole arroyo here, if you want to use the whole thing, you can use the whole thing. It's totally up to you. We work with try and error, you know. Try something. If it doesn't work next time, well, you know that we're not going to use that. But, you know, do that. Again, if I would be adding, if this was a bigger pot, I would just add the chile entero whole. And it would just soften up with the water. So it would just, you know, just be floating in there. And people could just get those out and eat those. So, but I did chop up a little bit of chile. Okay. So that is our charro beans for today. It's super easy. Make sure it's on. Yeah, we're just gonna let them heat up and they're ready. So of course, we use the pinto beans. You can use if you want to make a pot of beans. You're more than welcome. Today is quick and easy. So we use the lata can. So we use cebolla, onion, chiles. These are jalapenos. You can use serrano if you want. Tomate, tomatoes, cilantro, chorizo, and bacon. And of course, like I said, your seasonings or spices, you can add salt, more salt if you need more salt, or or garlic if you need garlic. If you like garlic, and add more garlic. That's totally up to you. And you can also add some comino if you like. But I usually just do ours like that. But you know, usually I'll make a pound or two. You know, it depends if we're getting together for a barbecue, then I'll make a little bit more. Usually if I have a barbecue and I make a little bit, se acaban. So, and if I make a lot, no, it's backwards. Si hago mucho, no se acaba. Si hago poquitito, se acaba. Okay, if I make a little bit, they finish up, and if I make a lot, they won't eat that much beans. So, but that's our charro beans today. That's our recipe for the charro beans. So let me know what you think. Put a comment or whatever. I didn't bring a little spoon so I could taste it this time because I tasted the guacamole last time. Let's see if there's anything else y'all would like to know or anything. Just let me know. Just comment, or if next week if you want me to make a certain item or try a certain item, please post it and we can try to accommodate that. And let me see what else. So that was it. That's our quick and easy summer side recipe. Good with your barbecue. Since we're doing summer sides, anything that you would have outside, that's what I consider summer food. It's barbecuing, but of course anything that's, you can add it to anything. It doesn't have to be just barbecue. So that is our charro beans. I was waiting for it to boil a little bit. I guess they were too cold. It was hot. Everything's hot. And again, hello to everybody that's on. I can't see very far from me here who's on. So I'm just going to say hi to everybody and thank you for joining us. So that's it for today. That was nice and quick and easy. An easy recipe. So again, like I said, we don't want to spend too much time in the kitchen. So if you want to do some beans like this, and again, if you want to do your pod beans, if you want to boil them, you know, that's good too. Yeah, but I think when I do barbecue, I think I spend most of the time getting everything prepared and actually doing everything. I don't know if anybody else's husband is like that, but you know, it's like, okay, I need to do this, this, and this, and I think it's more of a hassle for the ladies to do barbecue than the men. I don't know, maybe that's just me on my side, on my end. But those are our charro beans. So now figure out what we're going to do for next week. And the only thing with the rice, you know, we have to let it boil down for about 10-15 minutes. So we'll decide whether we want to wait that long for it, because then we'll have to fry it and then cover it and simmer it. So I would have to do some other recipe while we do that. So that's a thought. I can do that. We'll do one thing and then add another recipe to it, so while that cooks. Okay, so that's it for today. That's our quick and easy summer side charro beans. Nice and easy. Of course, if you don't want to use canned beans, use your boil your beans. That's, you know, this is just something that we're going to do that's quick and easy, inexpensive. And again, you use the beans, onions, chiles, tomate, cebolla, onions, chile, tomate, chorizo, y bacon. And bacon. That's what we use today. And of course, you can add any spices you want to it or anything. So again, thank you for joining me, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday for our next Q&E. Bye-bye.